International Business Graduate at model mula Ecuador. Nasungkit niya ang titulo bilang Miss Earth 2011. Ngayon, ipapasa niya ang korona sa tatanghaling Miss Earth 2012 na paglalabanan ng 68 binibini mula sa buong mundo. Kaibigan, Señorita Olga Álava, welcome to Manila. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really happy to be here with you.
Of course. Mucho gusto de conocerte. Encantado.
Encantada yo de conocerte y gracias por la invitación. ¿Ah?
Exactly what did I say?
You say, it's amazing to meeting you. How are you?
Yeah. So, and then you said?
And then I say, it's for me a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for the invitation.
The honor is ours. The honor is ours. You know, you're a top model. You are an entrepreneur, environmentalist. You are a beauty queen. We want to know, who is Olga first?
Well, I'm a social and lifestyle entrepreneur.
Which
and
means?
Why? Because social, there is like a social labor include, and the social environmental thing I have. And why the lifestyle entrepreneur? Because these have to have an equilibrium, like work and your profession. So I think both of them are what I am.
Okay. You've joined and won a lot of beauty contests. Okay. But there are a lot of horror stories about beauty contests. A lot of things that happen backstage. Gowns being torn, shoes being lost, mean girls, bullies. Do you have any particular story about one particular contest where you experienced these things?
Really, I never experienced this, but I know it's something that happened in every beauty pageant. But what I'm going to tell like every girl that joined pageants, be sure and make yourself confident before going to the pageant, and make sure you're going with an objective, and it's to win, not to be aware of the bullying or the bad girls or the mean girls or whatever. You have to be like very confident and know that you are going with an objective, and the objective is to win the pageant.
That's very clear. But if you were to lose your gown, or you know, suddenly you just discover that you have no shoes or pair of shoes, what would you do?
Well, I really will like, okay, that's happened, keep on. Like, try to solution. Yeah, try to set a solution, because I go to the pageant to win the pageant. I'm not to make any problem or complain. It's already happened. I cannot do anything.
Okay.
So it's better.
Just have your presence. Okay. I'm not very sure about the rules here in the country, but in Ecuador, do you allow your beauty contestants, I mean, aspiring beauty queens, for example, to go through surgical enhancements? I mean, fixing their faces. And I hear stories where in other countries, beauty queens actually, you know, undergo surgery to look better. Does this happen in Ecuador?
Yeah, of course. I was in Miss Ecuador, and the candidates are allowed to have surgically like things, and I just made some little retouch, and I think that that's good. But if not change your essence, you know. I think it's correct some girls to have a surgery, but not to change their essence. So.
Okay, but what you're trying to say is physically it's okay.
Yeah.
There are no limitations. I mean,
no limitations.
Because we were talking earlier off cam that, you know, your neighbors, Peru, Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, you can't imagine beauty pageants, any beauty pageant of the world, without, you know, you girls being in the top 5 or top 10. Is this a career back home, being a beauty queen?
Yeah, some girls really aspire to be a beauty queen since they are like little girls, and they really work hard for that. Can I say, for me, I started like at 18 years old, and at 24 years old, I won the third most important beauty pageant in the world, Miss Earth. So I think for me was a career, yes.
Okay, but you started a bit late. I mean, you started at 18.
Yeah.
So when you were younger, what did you want to be?
Well, professional, just professional. I never thought I was going to be a beauty queen. I started with modeling. I won the 3rd place in Supermodel of the World in Ecuador. And after that, I joined the Queen of my city and then go on.
Wow, okay. And Miss Earth is going to happen when, Olga?
It's the 24th of November in Versailles, in Versailles Palace, and it's going to be transmitted on the 25th of November at 10 a.m. in ABS-CBN. At 10 a.m., yeah.
Okay, all right. We will be watching that. But to aspiring beauty queens out there, what are your tips? I mean, in terms of walking, in terms of you go through Q&A, you go through the talent portion, you project all the time. What is your single most important tip for aspiring beauty beauty queens?
The most important tip is to be confident, like to be really sure that you are gonna be like the winner in that contest, because that is transmitted. People can see that. And obviously, you have to have a great catwalk. You have to be trained.
Show me a technique. I mean, you have to have a great walk. Exactly.
Okay.
How do you do that and that pose? I mean, how do I know that you're confident? Go ahead.
Of course.
Okay. It comes from within.
Of course.
Oh, there. Okay.
No, yes, people have to really be confident. I think that's the first step for a beauty queen.
Okay. Once again, that's November 24 happening at Versailles Gardens. Is that how you call it, the venue?
Versailles Palace.
Palace.
Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something about me that loves gardens. Okay. Who do you think is the most powerful woman in the world?
The most powerful, the Virgin Mary.
Who is the most influential woman in the world?
My mother.
Who is the most beautiful woman in the world?
My mother.
Who is the sexiest man alive aside from your father? Anybody related to you?
George Clooney.
Okay. Who is the man who has the most expressive pair of eyes?
My father.
Aside from your father?
Aside from my father, my brother.
Aside from your brother and father, who is the man who has the most kissable lips in the world?
My boyfriend, of course.
Is this from Ecuador?
Yeah, he's from Ecuador.
Okay. What is his name?
Javier.
Javier.
Yeah.
Okay.
His sister was Miss
Miss
Earth.
Earth. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I read about that. Your personal hero.
My God.
What should men never do?
Lie.
What should women never do?
Be unrespectful.
It's more fun in the Philippines because?
The lovely people you have.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because indeed we are.
Yeah, of course.
If you were a tree, what are you and why is the last question.
Apijio, because I planted them back in Ecuador and because they took like 100 years to grow up, but they are so strong and big, so I think like I'm
You're a
Apijio.
strong young lady. Muchas gracias, Señorita Olga. I hope to see you again.
See you again, and thank you for the invitation. Gracias.
Gracias, gracias. Olga, ikaw na.
No, Tito Boy, ikaw na.